pancakes, waffle cakes,
Birthday cake.
birthday cakes, all kinds of cakes, all kinds of breakfast food that started with cake, right? And then what was Mr. Peabody's goal? What was his goal? Emily?
Can I go get a drink of the water?
You can get a drink from the water fountain. What was Mr.
Let's get you a water bottle. That's your third trip to the fountain, man.
Oh, you didn't tell me that. Thank you, Mr. Darren. What was Mr. Peabody's goal? What was his goal? He had a goal. He didn't want people to be what? After breakfast. Elijah?
He didn't want them to be so hungry.
He didn't want them to be still hungry, right? Who is hungry right now? Anybody hungry right now?
Yeah.
Anybody? No?
Nope.
Some yeses, some no's.
I had 4 bagels.
You had how many bagels? Who had breakfast upstairs today before Sunday school? Few people. Who had breakfast today at all? Anybody have breakfast today at all? Few people. Okay. Who is still hungry now?
Amen.
Who is still hungry now? Who is looking forward to lunchtime? Right. Right. Okay. Yeah. Who knows where we're going for lunch already? Anybody know where we're going for lunch already?
I know.
I would say tell me, but I don't want to make everybody hungry. Taco Bell?
Oh,
Savannah?
no.
Who else knows where we're going for lunch today? Anybody? Emily? The Chinese buffet? McDonald's? Okay. Well, today we are going to talk about a time when Jesus and his disciples were hungry. Jesus and his disciples were hungry, and the people around Jesus and his disciples, they were pretty hungry as well. But there was a problem. There was no food. There was no food, and we're going to see what happens. And you guys see what we have going on here? You see what we got going on here? We got all kinds of good stuff here. I hope you guys pay attention to the video, because at the end we're going to ask you questions, and you may get to go home with a prize. I'm just saying. So, and Mr. Darren still has candy tickets too. So let's see what happens in our Bible story.
Stories of the Bible. Jesus feeds the 5,000. This is Jesus, who is the Son of God and the Savior of the world. While Jesus was on earth, he taught everyone about God's love. He did many miracles and healed people of their sickness. A huge crowd kept following him wherever he went, because they saw his miraculous signs as he healed the sick. A crowd started to gather around Jesus. There were 5,000 men and many more women and children. Turning to Philip, he asked, "Hey, Philip, where can we buy bread to feed all these people?" You see, Jesus was testing Philip, for he already knew what he was going to do. Philip replied, "Even if we worked for months, we wouldn't have enough money to feed them." Then Andrew spoke up. "There's a young boy here with 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But what good is that with this huge crowd?" Jesus said, "Tell everyone to sit down." Then Jesus took the loaves, gave thanks to God, and gave them to the people. There you go. Afterward, he did the same with the fish, and they all ate as much as they wanted. What's the Lord? I'm all good, thanks. After everyone was full, Jesus told his disciples, "Now gather the leftovers, so that nothing is wasted." You got it. So they picked up the pieces and filled 12 baskets with scraps, left by the people who had eaten from the 5 barley loaves and 2 fish.
All right, yeah, thank you. You can clap. No, I didn't make, but you can clap. We all know that story, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we've all heard that story before. Some of us have. Sweet. I'm going to save my questions for our review game. I'm not going to ask them yet. So I'm going to save our questions, so I hope you were paying attention, because we have questions regarding our Bible story today that You're going to want to know if you want a chance to win the prize. So, this is going to be our memory verse today. Kind of going on with bread and fish. Who can read this for me? Who can read this for me? Let me see. Audrey, go ahead.
I am the bread. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry. Whoever believes in me will never be thirsty.
Good job, Audrey. And it's found in John 6:35. I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry. And whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. Who likes bread? Who likes bread? Who likes things made of bread?
Bread makes you fat.
Anybody? Yeah, it does. I mean, if I throw this up, does that make anybody hungry?
No.
My bread?
No.
My bread? A few people are nodding.
Bread tastes plain.
It does taste plain. Okay. Oh, you don't like it? You don't like this bread?
Only with garlic.
You don't like this bread? You don't like these things? Okay.
I don't like no bread.
Hold, please.
You gotta go get some bread. You want it to be
I like that bird about to go get the next bird.
You don't like that bread on the screen? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. What about this bread?
That's not bread.
No?
That's
No?
not bread.
Toaster waffles? Yes?
It
No?
is bread, sir.
Yes, it is. It is
I
bread.
like it.
Who likes this kind of bread?
No.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. It's not everybody's bread. Not everybody's bread.
Settle
I
down.
don't like bagels.
What about these?
I like bagels. Yeah, I like that bread.
You like this bread?
Yeah.
I mean, you can put cinnamon raisin in these. You can put blueberries in these. Chocolate chips in these. Just like those waffles. Bread? Still no? Okay.
No.
Okay.
I like it. No.
We still have some people who say no to this bread.
Yeah. Bring plain.
What about this bread?
No, I do not like
Minding my own business, pay attention.
garlic. Garlic. Not like that bread.
Garlic bread. Whoa.
No.
Garlic bread, anybody?
No.
Sarah was like, oh, when I brought it out. Okay. Well, we all have different tastes in bread, but I think I have one kind of bread item that everybody will agree on, I think.
All right.
I think I have one bread item that everybody will agree on.
Donut.
I think I have a bread item that everybody will agree on.
I
think I have a winner here, right?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's the only
Yeah.
one.
It is, I mean,
Donut, everybody agree?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mrs. Bridges said, don't not everybody agree, but these are pretty good.
Yeah, those
I mean,
are
you can
pretty
put sprinkles on them, some powdered sugar on them. I mean,
Put it in the bottle.
you can make it chocolate, strawberry, blueberry, whatever kind you want. It's made of this sweet, doughy bread.
Who wants it?
No, I'm waiting for
That's why I was trying to say heavier one.
I said I can take that.
So what does bread make you? Mr. Darren already said it can make you one thing.
Go, have a
If you eat too much bread,
Fat.
right? Fat. But when you guys go to a restaurant and they bring you garlic bread or bread baskets, are you hungry afterward?
No. Just a little bit of bread.
Yeah.
That's a loaded question. Depends on who kid you ask me.
Depends on. Okay, let's say you go to a restaurant and they bring you a basket full of bread before your meal comes out. Do you guys like to eat all the bread, or do you wait till your meal comes out? How many of you guys wait?
I'll wait.
Okay, 3 people. How many of you guys eat all the bread up? All the bread is gone in the basket. When I was your guys' age, and still today, we went to this restaurant, And they would bring out this huge bread basket before the food came out. Yeah, a huge bread basket, all different kinds of bread, kind of like this. And or Panera. Panera has really good bread too. And I'm telling you, I would eat that bread up all gone. By the time that my meal came out, I wasn't so hungry anymore. I was full.
Go have a seat. I tell you.
I was full.
So what was the point of ordering food?
Yeah.
Because, man, I wanted to eat, but then after I ate all that bread, I wasn't so hungry anymore.
You can have bread for lunch and then the meal for dinner.
You take that meal home and you eat it for dinner later, dude. Dude's like, what's wrong with you? All right. Give it to a hobo. So, that's what he said. Thank you. I must be doing a good job.
You got a tip.
Is that offering, Emily?
Yeah.
All right, we'll make sure I get up to offering.
She's
I
like,
thought I was getting
She
sick.
just said, keep going.
All right.
tip for that donut.
All right, so we can agree that bread is good. But we know that Jesus isn't a loaf of bread, right? He's not a loaf of bread.
That is
But yet he said, here's the end. Audrey already read it for us in John 6:35. I am the bread of life. So what do you think? So what do you think Jesus means? He's not a piece of toast. He's not a bagel. He's not a muffin. He's not a donut. What do you think he meant when he said, I am the bread of life? Audrey?
He feeds the people who can't afford the food to bread.
Yeah, he fed the people who didn't have the bread in our Bible story video. Who else has an idea? What do you think Jesus meant?
A little boy.
What do you think Jesus meant? Darren, what do you think?
He was about to feed the people, and last time, the people was full.
That's right. The people who was full. That's right. Good job, buddy. Well, let's look at this verse again. It says, whoever comes to me will not hunger, and he who believes in me will never thirst. He's not talking, he wasn't exactly talking about like, I'm just going to give you McDonald's all you want and give you a big fruit punch. What?
They didn't have that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Jesus wasn't saying I'm going to give you all the Taco Bell you want.
No, you're gonna say that. No. You love Taco Bell. I work at Taco Bell.
Sit down.
Jesus, buddy, was that
Okay, fine. Jesus didn't say I would give you all the Chick-fil-A you want, because that's Jesus chicken.
Yeah, that's Jesus' chicken.
That's the Lord's chicken.
bread and fish.
But bread and, well, he wasn't talking about that. He was talking about,
Not once.
no, Chick-fil-A closed on Sunday. You see, all right, when you're hungry, boys and girls, what do you go looking for? Food, right?
Unless
Food, and there are people.
we got rid of it or used it all up.
There are people, boys and girls, who are, I'm not talking about real food now, but they are looking for something. People who aren't so happy, people who are mad, people who are always stressed out like we talked about last week. All these people are looking for something. Because when they, thank you whoever said that, yes. Whoever, because when you're looking for something, when they feel sad, they're looking for something
Yes.
to make them happy. When they're looking for something, when they're mad, they're looking for something to make them not mad. When they're thinking like they're all alone, they're looking for someone or something to make them feel like there's a friend there. They're looking for something. There are people out in the world today who are looking for something.
Food.
Yeah, well, food too, but Athena, go ahead and say it aloud. Jesus. They're looking for Jesus. Now, they don't know they're looking for Jesus. Jesus is the answer to what they're looking for.
You stepped on it.
I know.
You're definitely not. Don't say it. You definitely don't say it.
Jesus.
Don't say it.
Jesus is the answer for what they're looking for. Because boys and girls, they try to make their sadness go away with a bunch of different things. They try to make their anger go away with a whole bunch of different things. They try to find peace, like we talked about last week, a whole bunch of different ways. But what happens is, they try all these different things,
No, no, you're gonna fall down.
and none of it really works for them. they still are sad, they're still mad, they're still upset, they still feel lonely. And so what they do is they go from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing to thing to thing until something changes. It's like if you were really, really, really hungry, and so you went to Chick-fil-A, and you got Chick-fil-A, but that didn't fill you up. So then you went to Popeyes, that still didn't fill you up. So then you still weren't filled up. And then you went to Taco Bell, and you still weren't filled up. And then you went to Tropical Cafe, and you still weren't filled up. And then you went to Arby's, and you still weren't fed up. And then he said, what kind of diet are you on?
You're going to spend a lot of time in the bathroom after that.
And then you went to all of these places, but you still weren't hungry until you found the one place that filled you up. Golden Corral. I don't think I've ever left hungry at Golden Corral. What's that? I don't think I ever left Golden Corral hungry. See, boys and girls, people in the world, they look for different things, and they go from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. Just like in my example, I went from restaurant to restaurant to restaurant to restaurant. And so ultimately, I found Golden Corral, but even better than Golden Corral is Jesus. And when we look for somebody who can make our sadness go away, make our anger go away, fill us with peace, like with His peace, like we talked about last week. For all these things that people go to, but they need to know that Jesus is the answer. Jesus is the answer. Let's look at this. Jesus fills up our emptiness and makes us a new creation. Jesus takes away all the empty feeling. Because that's what sometimes that's how people in the world feel. They feel empty. Like there's something missing. Like there's something missing in their life. And so they try to fill the emptiness with a whole bunch of different things. And they keep on trying to find this thing and nothing really works until they find that Jesus is the one who fills our emptiness. And that's why he said, when he talked about how he was the bread of life, how whoever comes to him will not hunger or never thirst. Jesus fills us up. He fills us up. We won't feel sad or upset or anything like that because we know that Jesus is inside of us. And that's what people need to know. That are you working on that? Sweet. That Jesus, when He's inside of us, it fills the empty hole. It fills the empty hole in our lives, so to speak. You know, our puppet friends are going to sing a song here in a minute. But, yes, thank you.
Amen. Praise that young free.
But I heard this guy when I was a kid. He talked about how people's life without Jesus is like a donut. Because what's in the middle of a donut? A hole, right? A circle, a hole. And we can try and fill that hole up. Who's ever tried to fill up a donut before? You've tried to do it before?
Yeah, I tried to put some icing and strawberries and stuff in it.
There you go. And did it work or not really?
It just leaked right out.
Just leaked right out? Who else has tried to stick something in a donut before? Anybody? Audrey said strawberries and whipped cream. Anybody else? Duke?
A little ball donut.
A little ball donut? Okay. A donut hole? Anybody else? Nobody? Okay. Well, yeah, Audrey saw that's a good idea. But I've tried to use a whole bunch of different things. I've tried to put whipped cream. I've tried to put sprinkles. But like Duke said, the only thing that I found that was able to fill up a donut, to fill the hole in a donut,
Donut hole.
is a donut hole. It's an itty bitty little donut hole.
Wait.
Because when you stick the donut hole into a donut, that hole, you don't see that hole anymore, right? Then you get 2 donuts for the price of 1. Woohoo!
It's a cake.
But you stick the donut in there and that hole is no more. Just like when we go to Jesus and we ask Jesus, Jesus, I feel upset. I feel like there's something missing. I feel stressed out. When Jesus comes in our life and he helps us, he fills that hole that we were looking to. Here, I'll pretend this is a donut. He puts the hole in there, and then there's no more hole.
Amen.
That's what Jesus does.
Amen.
And right now, I think we're going to have our. Okay. Well, as our puppets sing, Andrew's got a special treat for you.
I get a puppet.
For those who are hungry. As we hear our puppets sing a little song.
Donuts?
So let's see what our puppets have to sing about today.
Give it up for the puppet. Something dropped.
He's putting them out there, everybody. Go ahead.
Everyone give one.
Give it up. And you're getting. Hey, now she gets one of yours.
If you don't know that God loves you, well then your life is empty, just like the hole in a donut. That's why I fix them every chance I get with a round pastry donut hole. Watch, like this.
You're.
Isn't that better? Why don't you try it sometime? And every time you fix the hole in the donut with that neat donut hole,
What happened to looking at him?
God to fill your heart with sweet love, Jesus.
No one's looking at the puppet, only me. Good job.
Big puppet.
I guess that's a teacher.
There you go. Hey, what do we say to Pastor Austin for the donuts?
Thank you. Thank you.
What do we say?
You're welcome. So now we know that Jesus is the answer. When we're looking for something, when we feel empty, when we feel sad, that's why he said that he is the bread of life for whoever seeks him will not hunger or thirst. Thank you. Because he fills us up. So when we're not searching for anything anymore. I'm going to read it again. If you haven't noticed, I'm saying it over and over again because this may be a question here in just a
Can I
minute.
read it?
Go ahead, Tammy. Read it nice
I
and
am
loud.
the bread of life. He who comes to me will not hunger, and he who believes in me will never thirst. John 6:35.
Good job. All right.
We already did that one.
So right now we're going to pray here. So everybody bow your head, close your eyes. Or yeah,
Hacha.
what do we do when we pray? Hacha. God, I thank you for bringing everybody here today. I thank you that you are the bread of life, Jesus, that you fill us up when we are sad,